We're gonna talk a little bit today about black-owned businesses. I got a video sent to me today, and I've been seeing a lot of them lately. Just ironically, been seeing a lot of them lately. That a lot of these young entrepreneurs, African Americans, black people, they got this notion of why don't we support each other? And when I make these statements and I'm sending off this message, don't get me wrong. I believe in 100% of us supporting each other. I believe we should keep our money, at least a great amount of it should be circulated into our communities. I get that. But that's not the reality of it. And when I hear these new guys coming out, mainly the brothers, I hear from the sisters a little bit too, that nobody supports their business. They get in their feelings when they have an event and they shoot emails out and text messages out and Facebook posts, and when they get ready to have an event, the day of the event, no one shows up or not enough people shows up. And they get in their feelings because they say, well, nobody's supporting me. I have an event, nobody comes, and then they get discouraged. And let me also say this too. I'm making this message not to discourage any entrepreneur, especially in the African American community. And I'm not here to put you down or anything else. What I want to share with you is my experiences I'm 48 years old. I've been running businesses since I was 13. And if you take 13, from 48, you talking early 80s. And I used to hear that all the time. We don't support each other. Why black businesses don't support black businesses? Which, in essence, our history shows that is not true. We do. Where we miss it at is, sometimes it's not that we don't support each other. It's because sometimes your product probably ain't that good. We understand that it's yours. And I say that not to discourage you, because it's probably not your product that's not good either. Your product could be a very good product, but you don't have the right marketing behind it. And the point I want to make too before I go on is that when I grew up in the inner city of Milwaukee. And I always say this in Milwaukee is that if you can survive in Milwaukee, you can survive anywhere. I mean, Milwaukee has been my training ground for doing what I do right now. It has given me the catalyst that I needed when shit didn't work out my way. But the point I was making is in my neighborhood, we had black stores all around us. I was sharing a story years ago that I didn't know what a grocery store was until I got about 13 years old. And it was called Kohl's Food Store. People in Milwaukee know who Kohl's is. Kohl's owned Kohl's Department Store. Kohl's Department Store that today started in Milwaukee from the Kohl family. Herb Kohl owned the Milwaukee Bucks. And they had a grocery store called Kohl's Food Store. And that was our Fry's or our Lowe's or, the big food chains that you see today. But we got most of our food from a corner store owned by a black man named Mr. Johnson, who gave me my first job. And it's a little plug for my book, Stolen Bottles. It starts off with that my first job was given to me by a black man. And across the street, we had a neighborhood bar. 2 blocks down, we had a restaurant. 2 blocks over, we had the Bungalow restaurant that we called in Milwaukee that was started by the Joneses when I was young. So we do support each other. It's the matter of the fact that where are you placing your product and is it really worth it? And also, let me also say this, is that why does a lot of our people only see retail as a way of starting a business. We got enough black people in retail, and that's the problem. We got way too many retails where people looking for support versus just going to go buy a store or go buy a franchise and go buy another business that's already in place and own that business. There was a lot of successful businesses in the city of Milwaukee owned by black people. We had one guy, all he rented was trailers. I can't think of the name of it, but it was right out in Titonia in Milwaukee. He rented trailers. Why? Because there was a need for it. Black people in those days could not be consistent with living in a house for more than a year. And they would have to get a trailer for what? To move their stuff from place to place to place. Right there in the middle of the city. So my thing is we have to stop worrying about why nobody supports us. This is a message to the entrepreneur who's feeling that way. And this is my theory behind it. This is my philosophy, and hustlers get it. If your product is good enough, and you feel that it's good enough, you have to think outside of your community. I got this thing that I call BEN, B-E-N. It's called a business economical neighborhood, or a business economical network, meaning that you only secluded just to that one area. In the hood, we call it hood hustling. Well, you just stay right in your neighborhood. We scared to go out into the white community. We scared to go out into the Hispanic community and push our product. Because why? We don't know how. We don't know how to reach them. And if you want your product to really grow, stop worrying about if black people are going to support it or not. Get the other people that are out here. There's a lot of other cultures that your business would do very well in. It would do very well in other businesses. And what happens is, I'm telling you from experience, when your business is good and other people outside of black community start liking it, and you start getting a name for yourself, then the black people will start coming back. Oh, I remember you. Yeah, well, it's too late now. I mean, you here, thank God you support me, but I didn't count on your support. I got a product, I got a business that it can reach multitudes of people. So I'm sharing this with you guys, and I've seen a lot of black people, small companies, that got an excellent product, but they don't know how to get out there and get to the other side of the world, other side of their neighborhood, or outside the BEN, the business economical network that they're in. They don't know how to get out of it to go spread their product. You got some designers out here in this closed fashion world, off the chain.